Hey, Grunt back again, right quick. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when you're scrolling through your TikTok videos and stuff that are on the feed, they'll just load up your stuff. But I guess whatever you seem to react to, the more that you react to things, they send you, I guess, more of the same kind of things, to your feed. I guess that's how it works. But if you look at the bottom of the screen on the right, that the share arrow, if you click on that, the screen opens up, and at the bottom across there's a list of things that you could actually click on for different purposes. One of them is the not interested thing. It looks like, I guess, like a broken heart kind of thing. I guess that's what that's supposed to be, the icon or whatever. Not that what you've been looking at have anything to really do with love or anything like that in a lot of these cases. But anyway, somehow that means not interested. So if you click on that, that's supposed to actually, I guess, maybe cancel out that kind of video, or maybe from that particular person's video or something like that. Like how you could, I guess, block users. You could supposedly click that, which is supposedly like maybe a soft reset, so you don't see that type of thing or things from that particular person. Now, having used it quite a while, it doesn't seem to actually work that good, but maybe if you do it often enough, because I know sometimes I still see a lot of things that just pop up sometimes from the same person, occasionally the same video, like some of them lives and stuff like that. Some of these people, you go inside of their lives and say things like hi, and then you could tell from the person's reaction in the video, like they sitting there waiting on a particular person. I know that could be kind of funny, I guess, to react. All boo-roddy like, but the rest of the world who clicking in and all of these things don't know y'all. So if you click not interested on things like that, especially where you ain't been, well, received, right? Well, you shouldn't really expect to scroll, and then have the same video live pop up and stuff like that again, as if you just didn't click on the whole person and open up the live and click on their name and icon and then click not interested and then back out of the live a couple of times. So I guess if they've added you through them lives and stuff like that, apparently you maybe just kind of on some kind of auto receive list, and you might actually maybe need to block the person or the people or whatever. But for the regular videos, it seems like if you click on the not interested thing, I mean, even if it's for a little while, a day or so, you probably might not see the same video, at least, or that type of video as much. But the more you click or respond to things that you like, whether you comment or just click like or share or anything like that, you're gonna start seeing them kind of things pop up regularly and often. I guess that's how they have the thing set up. Now, you looking at these things and you responding to some of them, they sending you back your feedback and stuff that people start clicking on your likes. I guess that's the other thing too that could probably boost the type of videos you see on your feed. If people comment on things that you have commented on, or videos that you posted of yourself, that'll probably maybe give some kind of inkling to TikTok or whatever that this person likes seeing them kind of things. If not, you might, but still that thing supposedly works. Now it doesn't always seem to work, so I found sometimes not that I do it very often, but you have to reset or restart your phone, the whole entire phone, and that'll cause like maybe a disconnect between TikTok and your phone, and whoever might have your stuff hacked, glitched, or whatever. I noticed when I made that video, attempted to put that the last time, they had, before I even put it onto the actual TikTok, they had already deleted the hack part of the hack glitch comment. But hack means computer hackers that they get into your computers and start treating it sometimes as if it's their own. And I don't know how true it is, but I'd been off of TikTok for a little while, and I just came back on again. I don't know if it's been a month yet. probably about a month, and I left for religious reasons. You know, I don't like them exes like that. X is the beast, the X Factor, and all them kind of things. Just something I ain't into taking a chance with, personally. But since I'm back, I noticed they supposedly had, you know, the original TikTok, which was really cool and stuff. And then they supposedly were supposed to start uh, only Chinese version or something, and then like a only US version, and then like a TikTok Lite, which is who knows, I don't know. But there's probably a maybe 2 or 3 versions. I noticed I came back on after looking and checking again after some of them other things that I'd been trying to use was just really boring and no kind of real, you know, interaction with much anything. Snapchat is, I mean, you get some comments on Snapchat. That's more like a, to me, like a YouTube, just something you can make phone calls on. So that's the only reason I really keep that one there. But I don't do the meta stuff and Baphomet sound and things. Y'all know who had been in contact with me why I don't use them. But you never really know exactly what to say about what's going on with some of these things. Why they so like to remix people's stuff? Why is it such a, anyway? I guess for legal purposes they have to, you know, put clauses and stuff like that, but allowing people to remix your stuff. But if y'all remixing people's stuff before y'all actually send it to the actual app, what are people supposed to think? Samsung letting people glitch their phone, or people just really glitch the Samsung system into people's individual phones and remixing stuff at will? Or the freaking system know that you even click the send button to actually send it to the app for people to view, and you check in the preview of it and you seeing that stuff has been edited out before you actually even click send. That don't sound like TikTok is to blame for that, unless TikTok in association with some of these things has like some kind of open channels or some hack glitchers that got into your stuff. Or maybe some of them actually own these apps. I don't know. These computer people, they probably maybe even design their own apps. That's why there's probably so many of them all over the place for people to interact with. Maybe if they actually own the app, then they just do what they want. But anyway, this kind of went in a slightly other direction. But I just really wanted to comment on the not interested thing. So if clicking the button don't work, not interested thing don't work, and you still keep seeing your stuff, restart your phone. That seems to work pretty good. And if your phone doesn't, you know, turns on and off, they can't really get to your stuff while the phone is actually off like that. So there has to be some kind of disconnect and reset. The other thing, I guess, would just be to log out of the, you know, TikTok and then log back in if you don't want to just plain old block the, you know, the person or the people or whatever, or, you know, report the thing. That should make your needing to refresh your feed, well, something that you don't have to do that much. Front row.